In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the side view mirror on this Ford F-150 and upgrade it from the regular style to the one with the wide angle view on the side. Let's get started. I like to start at the door handle. You don't have to, but pull the handle out and then with a pick or a trim tool, remove this plastic cap here. Sometimes it'll be hard to take off. It might require a little bit of force. They are clipped in pretty tight here. There we go. Pry this away. This will expose an 8mm bolt. Remove it. Set it aside safely. Inside the grab handle, you'll notice a little cap. Take a pick or a pocket screwdriver, whatever you have that'll get in here. You have to pry this up. There we go. Once you pry it up halfway, you can go to the other side and pry it up the rest of the way. This will expose another 8mm bolt. Remove that as well. Pull it out of there. It's not the same as the other one, so make sure you don't mix them up. At the bottom of the door panel, you have two 6mm screws. There's one right over here. Whoa. Take that out. And then the other one is towards the inside of the door. Take that one out as well. Let's remove the master window switch. Use a trim tool. Pry it up in the back here. Be somewhat gentle. You don't want to break it. And work your way to the front. It should slide up and out. At which point you can flip it over once you have it out of there. And you'll see three main harnesses here. Start with this one at the back. Unplug it, then this one in the middle, and this last one at the front for the lock switch, and set that aside. Now take the door panel, slide it up, and it should unlock. Don't go too far with it because the mirror switch is still connected, so remove it off of the door. To disconnect the door latch cable, has two tabs, one on each side. I'm using a pick, but you can use anything that'll squeeze them in. And once you squeeze one in, try to pry it through to hold it squeezed in. Pry the other side. This is not going to be super easy, but this is the only way to get this out of here, unfortunately. Perfect. Slide it out. Take the ball end of it out of the door handle. Set it aside. Now the mirror switch that adjusts your mirrors has a tab on the front side of it. Press it and disconnect it. And now you can pull your door panel away. Behind this rubber insulator here, if you peel it away, you'll see the mirror connector. Press on the tab and unhook it or disconnect it. You can leave this over here, and now three 11mm nuts is what holds this mirror on. Undo the two bottom ones first. I leave the top one for last so that it can actually hold the mirror still. There's one, two, and at this point I'm going to be ready to hold the mirror as I undo the last one. That way it doesn't fall down. Okay, set that aside. Pull the mirror through. And there it is. Here's the new mirror. Make sure you line up all the studs with the mounting holes in the door. Once they go through, I have the mounting nut ready for the top here so I can at least secure it on a couple threads. That way it can stay on here. Make sure this gasket or the rubber piece isn't getting pinched. All right, so I'm going to leave it like this. Now I'm going to put the two bottom ones on to clamp it down properly, and then we'll tighten all of them up. When you tighten this, you'll notice that the mirror wants to get pressed up against the door. That's normal. That's the gasket being squished and making a watertight seal on the outside of the door. You don't want any water leaks inside here. I'm going slow. I don't want to break anything. Just make sure they're all evenly tightened, about the same pressure on all of them. Don't crank them down a lot. You don't want to start cracking the plastic of the mirror. You just want it pressed up nice and tight up against the door. And now let's reconnect the mirror. Put this back. The mirror comes with two options for the mirror cap, a black one, matte black, which you can get painted if you want to match the color of the vehicle, or you can have the chrome one and just put it right on. I'm going to go for the black one, line it up, press it into place. Now bring your door panel in and connect the mirror switch. And for the door handle switch, you'll notice the cable end has a little ball end on it. Connect that to the handle itself, bring it over like this, and you're going to want to push it through this hole until it latches in. You should not be able to pull this out. And of course, test the operation of the door handle to make sure before you close this up. One last thing before the door panel finally goes on, make sure these wires go through for the window switch. Okay. As we put the door panel in, you want to pay attention to the lock indicator. It needs to go through the little hole, otherwise it'll get jammed in there. Most likely your door panel won't even sit all the way because it'll be blocked by that. So bring this up and press it up against the door. And as it goes down, as you can see right now, it has not gone through the hole yet. I can see it. It's lined up. So I'm going to press the door panel down. And there we go. It was in the locked position, but if you just pull the door handle, it should pop up and through. Now let's put the bottom two screws in. Don't tighten these up too much. They screw into plastic, and they are very coarse thread, so they will strip the plastic out easily. Perfect. Now don't forget about the screw that goes into the grab handle. Tighten that down, and there's a little cap that hides it. Put that back. Put the master window switch back in. Connect all three connectors. Make sure they click. It has one of these clips on each end to lock it in. So just slide it straight down and press it in. Last but not least, put this screw in on the door handle. And then the cap, or the cover. And there you have it.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.